all this is we're living in our brain. The atmosphere, the universe, everything, planets, it's just our brain. Like, whenever I say our brain, it's just like everything, everyone, we're all one.
Yeah.
And whenever I say our brain, I mean, like, we're all doing, like, I'm doing this by myself. Like, everything that's fucking here, I made, and it just goes, like,
we're all one person,
it's
right?
just so hard to
I see what
like,
you're saying.
talk and, like, tell.
I see what you're saying. Basically, we're all one person, right? But because, if you want to think of, like when someone's multi-talented.
We're all a brain.
We're all just one gigantic brain. Even the earth itself, right? People forget that we live on this living organism. Like, we're living on a gigantic cell, and we're just these little blood cells running around on that type shit.
Alright, here, think about this. The universe, space, the planets.
Right.
There is so much more to the fucking universe than this. Than
just
this
now.
Galaxy.
Right.
This galaxy is not shit. There's like hundreds and millions and billions of other galaxies out there. So what that's saying is, this is what I thought. It's just some random ass shit. All these galaxies, all these fucking different planets, and all these stars. It's just it's our brain. That's our brain, and we experience all different shit. I don't fucking know. God,
it's what it is. I think I know what you're saying. Basically, it's like we're all the same thing, but experiencing different things at the same time because this one thing wants to experience so much.
Yes, and I feel like whenever I die, like I'm not like being selfish or like
no, but like it's the end of everything, right?
Whenever I die, it's the end of everything, and then everything makes sense, and like you go away, everything goes away.
Because there's a theory that we all might be in this one guy's, like, basically, like, one guy's brain, and we're, like, the manifestations of, like, his different personalities, his different traits, his different things, or his or her, whatever, or, like, things that they want to do, places that they want to be, stuff like that, and, like, we're these, and that's what we are, like, because you have to think about it, inside of our bodies.
And it's just like, here, hold on.
Go ahead.
Time is one bit, like, okay, here.
Time is
a million years for us could be like 1 minute
for some other organism.
Like the thing that we're living in. Like, let's say that we're living in this guy's brain and shit. Like, a million years could literally be 1 minute in this guy's
life.
Fucking life.
Exactly.
And, he's living a life like us for...
have you ever played The Sims?
80 years.
Like, when you play The Sims, you notice time is accelerated in that joint, right? So, like, 30 minutes in our reality is, like, fucking 2 days in the Sim reality. You know what I mean? Like, because by the time you've played the game for an hour, you've gone through, like, 2 or 3 days in that joint. Yeah. Plus, you can fast forward time, or you can make it just kind of go kind of normal. So, you can, like, there's this, like... theory to the super string theory thing that, like, when people get to a certain point, we'll be able to create these realities where we can accelerate and accelerate, like, deaccelerate time, basically like a microwave, like, move forward and backwards. Shots up. But, like, I mean, you got to think about it. Our video games play games within the games. You know what I mean? Our video games live life. They have to eat. They have to exercise. They have to do all kinds of shit. Fucking, I heard you can go hunting in Grand Theft Auto 5 now. Like, shit like that. Like, so, think about it. What's the difference? Alright, so now you gotta wonder, right? When you turn off your Xbox, does Nico Bellic stop walking around the city? Does the rest of the city that he's within all of a sudden just stop? Does it still go? Because at the same time, it's connected to Xbox Live. So someone else is playing it. His thing is going. His version of the thing is going. It's connected to fucking multiplayer and all that shit. Everyone else's thing is going. Your Xbox is just turned off right now. But that city is still fucking doing what it's doing within that thing. There's still people driving, still getting their cars jacked. People still getting shot and exploded. So you're just not the one behind it at the moment.
You're saying that we're a video game that no one's got bored of yet?
Kind of. Kind of. Like, alright, think of, like, once again, go back to The Sims. Remember how The Sims started? It started as just Sim City. Remember, it was this big platform and you're just overhead. You can control the weather. You can control like what types of buildings were being built, fucking where people would go. You could do like all that stuff. And then it became more compartmentalized where it's like, okay, now I got this family in the house.
Yeah, you gotta like take care of all these motherfuckers.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's the same shit. If you want to believe in like some godly aspect that is like sitting above us, like watching, he's like, you know what? I want it to rain over here. And he's just like some little dick behind a fucking mouse. And he's just like, I'm going to make a tornado. And just like wipes out a whole town. Yeah. You know, it's just like on some like, I don't give a fuck shit that day of what's going to happen in the future. We think at some point you're just going to be able to put on a fucking visor and be sucked into your game. And you'll be able to feel it, smell it, taste it. No different than the Matrix. To where people get sucked into that shit. And you're just fucking walking around and doing it. And you forget outside of that there's a real existence. We don't know if this is that life right now. Exactly. We might be just a part of this fucking visor game, this fucking reality weird game, this simulator joint.
That only ends whenever you die.
Exactly. And you don't know until you die, till your character is deleted or whatever. I want to calculate. Alright, if a person... I can actually do this right now if I actually really felt like doing it. Alright, so think of how long you sleep. Right?
Oh, I sleep more than the average person.
Alright, so alright. Average person is supposed to sleep 6 to 8 hours. So we'll go with 8 hours, right? 8 hours every day. 365 days a year. 8 hours. How much of your actual life is spent sleeping? Dreaming of this other fucking existence, basically. So then you have to wonder.
But that's with your brain being active. Whenever you're dead.
Yeah, your brain's not active. So
like honestly, whenever I think
about it. A lot of people forget about that though. Yeah, that like your
because whenever you're dead, everything turns off. There's nothing living inside your body no more.
No sparks.
Works. It's just like, is everything black? Is everything...
No, this is where it gets weird though. There's this study done. If you want to believe in like a soul or a spirit or some weird shit, there's this study done. But this is where the only part that gets like misconstrued is what exactly is the time of death. You know what I mean? Considered. Like, what do you consider a person being fully dead as, basically? But so what the study was they were trying to see how much a person would weigh being alive and being dead. Type shit. So they would have a guy lay on a bed, and then he would be a volunteer to die. So he's like, all right, I'm basically done with my life. So say this dude weighed 120 pounds, right? Soon as he dies, fucking, I think they said like, it's either something amount of ounces or it's like it's like a pound or two automatically. Soon as you die, before you void your bowels, before your blood starts to like contract out of your body. Because you know what? Right now, muscles are tensing to keep our blood inside of us. Like, or else that shit would just be like and falling out of us all the time. We have muscles tensing that we don't even know about to keep that shit there. So when you die, that shit just goes and everything just like shits and floods out of you. So, but before that happens, you lose a certain amount of weight. And they think this might be your like spiritual essence. They're trying to figure out what is that bit of weight that's leaving motherfuckers as soon as they die and shit. So that's crazy, right? Like, isn't that weird? Like, as soon as you die, you instantly lose weight. And then a few minutes later, you shit yourself and you fucking piss on yourself. And you... Yo, we've taken like, I don't know how many shots, no chasers. Like a boss. Yeah, we're on, because we took 2 before we went out. We took 1, we just got back up, so 4.
Not looking fresh.
So only in a nigga barbershop. Yeah, going back to the N-word. Only in a nigga barbershop, right? For half an hour of me getting my hair cut. This was the whole conversation. We were definitely having conspiracy talk about McDonald's. McDonald's? Like, this shit was amazing. I walk in, legit, this is how I know I'm a trippy motherfucker. I got to a point where we're talking about McDonald's, and this black kid stands up and he just goes, "This is too much for me." He was like, "This is too much for me, man." Because I thought this fucked up, like, fast food. I told him straight up, I said, look, if you're paying $15 or less, and you're paying at one window, and by the time you pull up to the next window and your food is there, don't complain about the quality. You know what I mean? You can't complain about the quality of the food because you should know you're eating poison. You should know you're not eating real food.
About to eat some shit from
Taco Bell
like,
with 79-cent menu.
Oh.
79-cent menu.
They're like 79, 89, 99.
99.
Yeah.
If somewhere has a 79-cent menu, Goodwill isn't even putting clothes on your back for 79 cents. If you're putting that in your body, be prepared to shit the most hardcore shit ever. I saw that. Be prepared. I like how you just come back in frame.
I've been chilling with Royal G since I was like 14 years old. This is my main nigga right here. My main black dude. I know I say nigga way too much for a white person, but it's just because I hang out with this black guy.
Yeah, I do
he
that
says it
too.
way too much around me, so it just kind of like got implanted in my head.
Yeah.
And it's like at every end of my sentences, I have to say nigga. Don't fuck with my grammar at all. Or what I'm saying because it's the truth, because the captain said so.